Hello, crafty friends. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I've got some old dies that they're not old for me because I bought recently. So this one called Spring Tea was an add-on from a club kit that I purchased when it was on sale. And this Rain or Shine from Vicky Papanoy that I think I use in another card video, don't remember, but I love it. So I'm gonna play with those two. And very excited, I received finally my um, grip mat from Waffle Flower as the first time I own such a thing, so very excited to use it. And I took a big size. It said on on the front, but I forgot now, but I will list it below. Now it's the first time, it's quite hard to remove the protective things on the top. I decided to leave the one on the bottom. No, sorry, I didn't. I attach on the bottom the mat with the various measurement. I thought it make it easy. And so it grip just on the corners, basically, on the all around borders to my glass craft mat. So I start by do some ink blending for my background. I'm gonna make 3 cards, so I start in create the various background. So I'm using salty water for this to create a kind of a sky, and then twisted citron that is very saturated. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna remove as much as I can from my brush, and I'm just gonna spread what I put already on my card base. That is actually card base, my panel. That is watercolor cardstock, and that's it. Very simple, and it sticks so well. I'm so happy with the mat. Now for my second one, it's gonna be a A2 card. I'm gonna just clean with a wipe. Now, when you clean with a wipe, it lose the stickness, so I need to dry it off to be able to stick again. And I did wait a few minutes before I touch it again, so it kind of dry, but the best thing to do is just try it off. Now, this is a stencil that I created myself with my Cricut of a wall, basically. And I didn't need to tape it down, but you know, it's the first time I used it, so I was a bit Mm, wasn't sure. So I just step it down, and now very lightly I apply some color from my brush. I didn't add any color, it was already on the brush. I believe is picked raspberry because it's one of the color I use the most, one of my favorite. And I just give a very light little, I create a little wall. I didn't go through the edge, just mostly in the center. And for my third one, I'm gonna use a sorry, a cloud stencil again that I created myself. And I'm just gonna go around with different colors that I have in my brushes. So I started with the picked raspberry, then I move my stencil around, just I rotate it 90 degree, and I went with another color. I believe is wild honey. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is actually. It's wild honey. And I then rotate it again on another side. And this time I'm gonna go with some green. I think is oh my gosh, I don't remember what I had in the might be shabby shutter. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. As a last one, I rotate it again, and I'm using a peacock feather that I had in my brush. I think it was that, yeah. So very light again, color not too strong. It's a bit bright my video, but if I reduce the color and I mean, I love this mat, by the way. It's amazing. I'm gonna use it all the time, I think. So I'm gonna try to show you the free background with a bit less light. You can see the color will be more stronger than what it looks like, but not too strong. And the watercolor paper take the color so well with that kind of texture. I love it. So once I created my backgrounds, I'm gonna die cut a lot. I use so much of scrap cardstock, colored cardstock. Now these containers come from a little drawer that I've got for tools, very cheap one. And what you saw, the tray that you saw before, the square one, is from some chocolate box. So I sometimes recuperate from, I receive boxes of chocolate and there is some nice little tray. I, I save them for my die cuts. Now, I die cut the cup from the set out of red cardstock and a little rectangle die as well. Now, first of all, I apologize for the very long video. I'm gonna try to cut off as much as I can, but you can always skip, of course. And I'm gonna add some color with the same color. I think is fire bricks. A bit, actually, not the same color. It was the same color, but it wasn't dark enough, so I changed to fire bricks. Before was a barn door, I think. It wasn't strong enough, so I changed for red bricks, and that just give a little bit more dimension to this die cut. Now for the cloud, because they're not exactly cloud, you'll see what they are in a minute, but I decided to go with the light gray. So I use whatever was on my brush after using black suit. And now I'm just gonna use the circle die. I die cut this four silver circle, I mean out of silver cardstock, a matte silver I think it is, and then I die cut four wheels in white, and the rest I'm gonna use wheels in color cardstock. So I'm starting to attach my white wheels to the center of my circles. You probably guessed now I'm building a little train, let's say. So those ones gonna be the wheels, colorful wheels. So starting with the white, I'm using glue from my squeeze bottle, and then after that I'm gonna attach a color one. I'm gonna use four different colors for every wheel, and you can see my little tray up there from my chocolate box. I do eat too much chocolate, I have to admit. Now I'm gonna attach every wheel to my caps that they are like become I don't know, what do you call them in the train? Little wagon? Wagon? Wagon, yeah, little wagon. So I will glue them together, but I don't remember if I popped them up. Yes, I did. So I'm gonna attach them with a bit of some small foam square. Those one are from Spellbinders. And I'm gonna have one double up, and then I'm gonna pop up my wagons as well. I think just one would be enough. I think I should have put three of the things, but never mind. So now I'm just gonna do for every color. You don't need to see all this. The last wagon was a bit of a mess, so I decided to cut it off from my from my video. Sorry. Now it's time to sort my little bunny's head. They're very cute. I die cut them out of four different colors, and I'm gonna use some light pink little bits to attach at the back of their cheek. Then after that I will use the black cardstock to attach at the back of the eyes, and for the nose I'm just gonna use some darker pink cardstock. So it's a lazy way to, instead of do inlay, to add the colors to my little bunnies. But I think the result is okay, so I went with it. I just attaching the various bits. There you go. And now I'm gonna do the nose. Again, they're all scrap that I had in my stash, scrap color cardstock. Time to use it. And they're just gonna attach it at the back of the little nose opening. There you go. How cute are they? Now, to give it a bit more strength, I'm gonna double them up with the same color cardstock. And once I've done all of them, I'm just gonna put the acrylic block on top to let them adhere properly. And now it's time to attach the ears. I decided to attach them differently for everyone, so they don't look the same. The last one has got a bit of a crazy hair day, but they are on a open wagon train after all. Now it's time to attach my little head, bunny's head, to my train. So I've got the conductor here, and that is very confident over there. Yeah, that is just a triangle cut out of the black cardstock. Now the other heads, I think I just glue them in instead of pop them up, or then attach the pose like they are holding on the wagon, because health and safety first. And once I finish attach them, I'm just gonna add a couple of flowers in some of them because they're cute. So just the yellow flowers on this one and a pink one on the second little bunny. This is a very playful card, as you can see. Now this is a steam engine train, of course. So just gonna glue my little dark clouds that the steam created. So I'm just gonna glue down two of them, and I'm just gonna pop up the one in the middle with a foam square. Now this card is quite fun to make, but probably this got so much element that it should have been. It would have worked better in a scrapbook page, probably. But yeah, I made a card. Anyway, I die cut a lot of letters using alphabet die set that I had in my stash, and I'm creating the word adventures with the different color cardstock. Now I didn't have the colors to for the old words, so the A and the S are the same color, but everything else I think is different colors. Now I used a piece of washi tape to hold them all together, and then I'm gonna put some glue at the back with my beloved squeeze bottle. Once I'm done that, I'm just gonna attach with the help of the tape directly on my card, and I'm just gonna leave it there to dry for a while I create the second word that is awaits, and this time with black cardstock. This one is another alphabet die set. I think I use 2 or 3 of them in this card. And that's it. I'm gonna use the same piece of washi tape to do the same process on this card as well. So I'm attaching weights in the same way, and I'll leave it there to dry for a while. Now, unfortunately, my camera ran out of battery again, so I just I didn't realize, of course. So I just now touching the panel. I pop up the panel with some foam at the back, and now I'm attaching to my 5x7 card base. The panel was, of course, slightly smaller. And now I'm adding some highlights with my white gel pen. Just a couple of touch here and there. And here I show you how I created that little conductor hat. So I made a very simple draw on a piece of blue cardstock or light blue cardstock. And then with the white gel pen, I create some stripe. I draw some stripes, and that's it. Then I cut it all around. And here is my my little conductor hat. Nothing too fancy. I attach a little foam square at the back and then glue the rest. And there you go, done. I think it makes it more fun. As an afterthought, I add some sparkle with some gems, but you will see it in the final picture, sorry. Now, for my second playful card, I die cut all my element. I made a little flying cups. And now I'm just gonna do my sun. So I'm gonna double layer and offset 2 different color cardstock. And then I'm just gonna glue it directly to my panel. And as a center, I just die cut the circle out of light cardstock and popped it in the middle. And for my flying cup, that is gonna be the motto is like a sail flying cups. And I'm just gonna put all my element together how I want it on my card, just to have a visual. So it's gonna say hoppy everything. So it could be a birthday card, it could be a, I don't know, a make you smile card, one of my favorite, just because. And once I decide where everything goes, I'm just gonna pop up my little umbrella that's gonna hold the cup by the handle. So just make sure to position everything correctly. And then I'm just gonna remove the release paper from the back of my, sorry, from the back of the foam square I use to pop up the cup. Now I'm creating again my little bunny, another one. Again, this one I cut again out of Berry Peach cardstock. I got a batch and it's lovely, so I'm using it a lot now. There you go, and just a little pole attached to hold on the side of my cup, because you need, you know, is health and safety first. So I put a little acrylic block on top to make sure it dry, adhere correctly, let's say. Now for my sentiment, I'm gonna touch first of all the bottom part, the little everything that is from a Better Press sentiment set that is really nice. And I'm gonna use my tweezel because to attach properly the pole, because it's wasn't getting it gripped on the acrylic block. Now for the word uppy, I'm just gonna glue them down. I'm not gonna double them up, and they're gonna be all wonky, so I don't need to worry about be precise or straight. And I think they give a more playful look. So I'm just gonna again use my squeeze bottle with glue to attach them, and remove the excess of the glue in a little piece of cardstock. With some scissors, I just cut off the excess of the umbrella from the side, but I didn't touch the bunny ears because they were too cute to cut. Again, my tweezers become very helpful here, just to attach properly the umbrella edges. And now I'm just gonna add a little flower again to the head of my bunny because they're there and they're cute. I want to use them. I'm gonna pop up my panel with some double-sided foam, and I've got 2 bits, so I attach it in 2 bits. And I'm just gonna adhere it to my card base that is slightly bigger than my panel. So it's a A2 size card, and the panel is just tiny smaller. I think it's 5¼ by 4. Yes, 5¼ by 4. And now, as a finish touch, I'm gonna use my glitter pen just to add a bit of sparkle all around the sun and the color part of my wheel, fun wheel. And for the center of the flower, I'm just gonna use some liquid enamel in white. And that's it. The card is done. I think it came out really cute, but I don't know. Maybe just me. I like it. Now we are on the last card. For this one, I die cut 5 cups out of pastel color cardstock and the handles as well, of course, and just gonna stack them together. Here I'm deciding what color come first, and when I decide, I'm just gonna start to glue them together. So I'm gonna put the orange and the purple attached together, then the green and the blue, a bit wonky, of course, and the pink one is gonna be the top one, the one that hold the little bunny's head inside. Now I wanted 2 bunny to be on my mug, and I want them to look at each other. So I did cut one out um, like normal, how you would do, and the other one, the head is I'm just gonna use the back of it. So I smoothen it up a bit with a bone folder, and then I did the same process at the other one after. I mean, you can see that it's not die cut in the way that it should, but I think anyway it worked, so I use it. Now I'm using a piece of uh, paper cardstock, color paper cardstock. Sorry, it's not cardstock, it's like toner laser paper, very thin one, lightweight, just to avoid to make a mess with the glue in my glass craft mat. And because I want one of them to be tea and not all coffee, I decide to cut a little tea tag. I don't know what they call tea tag. You know, the little tea tag that come out of the where the tea is attached. So it's very, very easy to make. I cut one out of white cardstock. I pierce a hole in it and the thread and put some gold thread, pass some gold thread through the hole, and my tag is done. I adhere it to the back with some a bit of tape, and to the front with a tiny foam square. Now I'm just gonna glue the rest of my max. I could have done a bit of shading just to give a bit more dimension, but I end up keeping it very, very simple. but you definitely can do some shading to make it more natural looking. To adhere my caps to my panel, I'm gonna use some foam square. So I'm gonna position some around in the center and by the side, and then now it's time to decide where to put them. So I'm gonna have a look where everything need to go, and the first thing I'm gonna do is glue my little paws on the mags, on the caps, sorry. Now I use a bone folder to smoothen up the edges of the die cut, because this one is again have to be backwards. It's the right words, I don't know, but yeah. So I attach the white one first, and with the help of my tweezel, reverse tweezel, I'm just gonna let it dry properly. Then after that I will attach the gray one, and I'm gonna attach on top of the white one, like they hold in hands. That I think is quite romantic. Next I'm gonna glue my bunny's head to the mags. So I'm just gonna put a bit of glue at the base of the neck on the both of my little bunnies. There you go. So they're glued together, and then to make sure they stay put, I'm gonna put on top some foam square. There you go, like so. And they're ready to be attached on my panel. But before I do that, I need to position my sentiment. So the panel is cut slightly smaller on A2 size card, so it will give you a bit of a wiggle room to, if I want to allow some of my element to peeking out of the card. So I'm using my T-ruler to help me out to straighten up my sentiment, and I'm gonna use two sentiment. One is from the Brighten My Day, is coming from Better Press panel, and the U is from a old, very old die set from Simon Says Stamps that I think was Thinking of You, a little die set, no stamp set, sorry, that I'm just using the U, and that's it. I think the size was perfect. So. And now I'm just gonna finish up my card, adding some flowers to decorate the head of my bunny, one of them, and the mug, the bottom mug. So I just use some bright, colorful flowers. There you go, and a couple of the leaves as well. They're so cute, these little flowers. I've got a lot of leftovers, so I'm gonna use it probably in my next project. So just on the side of my flowers, a bit of green is always good. It makes everything more happy, I don't know. I need a bigger leaf for the side. Actually, no, I used a small one. Maybe I needed a smaller one. And that's it. Now, again, I'm coming back to my little box of little heart, and I'm just gonna attach one to my tag just to make it more sweet. And after that, I'm just gonna pop up my panel with some double-side foam. And once I remove the release paper, I'm just gonna adhere to my A2 size card. So it's gonna have a border around, white on white. I think it's nice. And as a final touch, I'm just gonna add some enamel accent, and that's it. I don't think I need to add anything else. So the card is done. Here a final look on the 3 cards I made today. You can see I had the third element of my sentiment and the gems at the center of the colorful wheels. So this one was the biggest one, the 5 and 7. Then the Hoppy Everything with the umbrella and the cup and the sun. This one really make me happy, I don't know why. And the third one with the stack of cups, colorful cups. So let me know which one is your favorite. Sorry again for the very long video. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoyed the card. And if you want to see more video from me, please press the subscribe buttons if you didn't do yet. And I will see you next time. Bye.